have one question for you.
Yes.
I still need an answer for.
What?
How do you dry off in the shower? She sent me.
The plumbers are here. Yay, the plumbers are here. Andre and Andre, I believe is what they said their name were. They are the A-team, and they are coming out here, like literally A and A-team. You get that? The A-team? I got that. I thought it was cute when they said that. So they're gonna do a few things to get it ready for the roofers to come. So they are going to take the showers and move them up into the house. And then they are going to put the vents in the roof, and they're gonna head out because it's like really stormy. It's just disgusting weather. I wouldn't wanna work in this weather. So the plumbers just left and it's not raining. What are the odds of that? So obviously we are going to go walk in and see what they have done. Ooh, we got lots of piping. This is the guest bathroom. This right here is for the refrigerator. The sink is in. It's very dark. They have to work in this. It's very sad. The that's gonna be for the guest bath. Wow. And the toilet. And then this one over here is gonna be for the master bath. And there's all kinds of pipes that go. I did see them getting the shower stalls. Remember? We saw them getting those ready. So let's go upstairs. It's a walk-in shower, the toilet, and then the sink. We only have one sink. And this is what he had to do. He had to put the vent holes for the roofer and the fan. Let's see the other bathroom. Yeah, they fill them full of water. I think the lines are actually full of water too. If I heard correctly, I don't know. So that's it. Monday of week 23, and this is what we have. We have the rough-in plumbing. I'm sure tomorrow we'll have the inspector out here to inspect it, but I thought they were just gonna put the shower stalls in, but they ended up doing a lot. It is Wednesday of week 23, and the roofers have just showed up at 7:53. Let's see how long or how much work they can get done. They just keep going like the little Energizer bunnies. They're rolling out the felt. They've not even been here an hour. Hour one of them being here, and this is what we have. They are putting the felting down on the roof. He's singing. It is hour number 2, and ladies and gentlemen, I am finally ready to start the day, but let's see what they have done. Oh my gosh, they're seriously putting shingles on already. So they showed up at 7:43. It is now 9:43. They're putting shingles on the roof now. So they have the felt water barrier down, they have the line edges down, and they are now putting shingles, and they are really far. I'm not going to be surprised if this is just a couple hour day job. 3 hours. It has been 3 hours since they have arrived. Literally, like they're almost like done. I missed my 4-hour time by like 10 minutes. They're almost finished with this side of the garage. The other side of the garage still needs to be done, but they are like working really fast. Looks like the weather has held out so far. We are praying for no rain for today, or at least until they are done and they've gotten as far as they've gotten. On our 5-hour check-in. Whoa. Well, it looks like we are done on this side. Bad them working in the rain. Top part of that house is done. I watched them do that. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. They are booking it. They're driving down the driveway and we have a roof. In 7.5 hours, we have a roof. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? The job of drying the house out officially is starting now. Before it really starts pouring, I'm grabbing the fans, unpacking them, plugging them in, hooking them up, and doing some cleanup. So yesterday I wondered, it was a dark and dreary day, but I found this sheet of plywood laying flat down in the laundry room, and I'm thinking, I don't know, I couldn't figure out why, so I picked it up. There's a ton of trapped water on that floor that I just swept out, about at least 1/4 of an inch of water to 1/2 an inch on the floor. So I'm going to sweep up. I'm picking up the nails from the roofer. That's my job. This is what we have, a roof. At least I'm not getting rained on anymore while I'm standing in the house. So that's a good thing, right? Progress, people. We got progress. Okay, people, I got work to do. I got nails to pick up. I'm the nail picker-upper girl. It's like, where's Waldo? Trying to figure out where's all the nails. And sweep up the debris and start those fans. Yes, baby, start those fans. So here are our $40 specials from Lowe's, or no, the big box store. Anyways, thanks, Maria, for helping us find these. I am going to be plugging them in. So I just got finished sweeping the whole entire upstairs. This is the upstairs. We have extension cords. We're obviously gonna need a few more. For tonight, this is as far as they get. So I got cordage coming from the kitchen window. One fan here blowing into the living room. And another fan here blowing from the dining room. I gotta get a fan down the crawl space tomorrow. This is what we've got, folks. We have fanage. We all have those morning rituals. Some people sit by a fire and read a nice book. Some others take a jog in the cold. I don't know why. Others freeze their rear off while they're picking up nails. Nail girl, picking them up. Yeah, that's me. That's me. I'm the nail girl. I'm out working on the job site and Dustin shows up. He is the one that is installing our fans, our vents. So, Dustin, you do the venting for the Hiline homes?
Yes, I'm from Midway Mechanical out at Albany.
Okay. And how long is it going to take you approximately on this home?
I'm actually almost done.
Oh my
I've just
gosh.
got a few things to do downstairs. I'm almost done. I got to put the venting on the outside and run it back and your dryer. And
That's awesome.
And second floor is already done. So
second floor is already done.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna go up and take a look on the second floor. You've only been working for like an hour.
Yep, almost done. Yeah, I probably got maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours at the very most. So
awesome. Well, Dustin from Midway, you're out of
Albany.
Yes. He's out of Albany, and you do Hiline. You do the Hiline homes from where? What was the range?
Almost all the way from Springfield. We've done and all the way up to Sandy.
Thank you very much for
no
working
problem.
on our home. That's awesome.
Yeah, and you'll see our quality work on these jobs. I do most of them, and
we're actually going to go see it right now.
oh yeah, no problem. And I'll be done with the first floor here shortly.
Awesome. Thank you.
No problem.
That's the master bathroom. And you have, man, man, yesterday was roofers, today's venting. Every day it seems to be something totally new or something different. Like one thing every day gets done. Except for framing. Framing took 2 weeks. I gotta tell ya, I miss my framers. Isaiah, your crew, you guys were awesome. Okay, what do I need to do?
You need a flashing that comes up 4 inches
4 inches,
and out at least 1.5 to 2 inches.
1.5 to 2 inches, all along the exterior.
All along this where this deck is.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it appears Roger is here. It's Thursday. Roger comes to visit us on Thursdays or Fridays. And he checked the permit package thing, and apparently we've passed our plumbing. Yay, we passed it. And he's gonna show me what unplugging something is. Apparently the house has been under pressure, water pressure, pressure. And all of our tubs, remember I showed you our tubs had water in them, and apparently now we can release them. So we gotta see what's going on.
Okay, you ready for this?
Oh, is it gonna spurt?
Is your tank hooked up already?
Yes, my septic tank is hooked up right now.
Okay, so it just went right into the tank.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
How do you do that one?
Come on, grab a hold.
That's gotta be cold water.
Oh, it is.
Hey!
No, that's cold.
Ah!
This one's easier.
It is? Good.
Not as deep. Yeah. Well, the water's not as deep either.
Wow. Okay, we need to know when the electrician is coming.
I'll go call him right now.
And the siding guy.
I gotta call the window guy.
And the window guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do it right now. Once the windows get in and the siding goes on, and I get that done, then I'm done with it and I turn it over to Andy.
Oh, but I want you to stay here.
I know, but when Andy takes it over, he'll take it over at wall installation. He'll schedule a wall installation. Then he'll get a hold of the sheetrocker and ask the sheetrocker when he starts, when are you going to texture? Give me a texture date. When he gets that texture date, he'll contact you
Okay.
and say, okay, Tabitha, this is when I'm going to have my texture done. How many days do you need for paint? And when he gets that texture date, he sets the schedule from there to finish.
Okay.
And he'll give you a calendar, because he does it all on a calendar printout, showing whenever somebody's going to be here. And he makes them hit those dates.
So when do you think I should be telling my painter they should be ready to go?
Now it's going to be tough to be able to paint on the outside because of the weather. So,
But the inside is what you're relying on.
yes. So we're probably looking, well, a month and a half,
Okay.
maybe a little sooner than that.
Okay. That's cool.
But then Andy will let you know that too. He'll give you an exact date.
Okay. So next comes the window people,
Yes,
and then comes the siders, but the electrician at any time.
anytime.
I've been following the list that you gave me, the order of construction.
Right. Yes.
I've been following that. So when do you think the excavator will have enough free time to come back in and do the water line? Because he needs to actually work with big machinery. So he's been waiting for everybody to be gone.
Okay.
So when do you think, because the house has to dry out.
The house has to dry out, but he has to get the water hooked to the house before sheetrock.
Before sheetrock.
We got to have the house pressurized before sheetrock.
The pressure, wasn't the house just pressurized?
Do you have water in it?
No.
The water line's not hooked up.
Okay. No.
So we have to get the water to the house.
Okay.
And the reason for that is, if we move ahead and somehow they hit a pipe or something on sheetrock, and we don't know it until finish, we've got a mess.
That would be true.
So that's why we want water to the house before sheetrock.
Okay.
Because if they hit it, we know right then we can get it fixed.
Okay.
It
That
doesn't
makes sense.
happen, but it does happen.
And how long do you think it'll take for this house to get dried out?
Once we get the windows in there and you start moving air, because your cadet heaters ain't going to keep up with it. So you might have to, rent some type of heaters.
Oh, good. in Lowe's. Roger told us we needed to have heaters in there after they got the windows in. So we talked to Maria was here again, and she helped us pick out a heater for us. We have 2 other heaters in the house, so we don't have to worry about those. We're gonna add those in. We got heavy duty construction extension cords. And then Roger told us, I love it when he gives us information ahead of time. Roger told us that we needed another 15 pound of felt. And so we picked up 15 more pounds of roll of felt. They sent one at the very beginning. He said that's just in case they need it. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And because they didn't use it, what they're going to do is let us, when they pour the concrete of the floor in the garage, they want us to cover the floor with felt. Chris, they're calling for you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're supposed to cover the floor of the concrete floor of the garage and duct tape the seams, because when the sheetrock guy comes in, he's gonna make a mess and they don't want it staining the garage floor. So, preventative measures, we have another roll of 15-pound felt, exactly what Roger told us to get, and I had no clue how much duct tape, so I got 3 rolls. We're borrowing some other extension cords, we're borrowing another fan from a friend, and we got a heavy-duty fan. Oh my goodness. So we should be set. Just when you think you've reached heaven, you haven't been to Par Lumber until that's it. See, this is Par Lumber. We came for flashing. Look at that. Look at that. You know how many projects I could build with this stuff? And I haven't even sneaked inside. There's like an inside right there. See the door? I haven't even sneaked inside yet. I'm just waiting for them to come out and give me my flashing. Because Roger said we needed flashing. And the flashing that Roger said we needed, Roger gets. And they didn't have it at Lowe's. So we came to Par Lumber because from what we're understanding, Par Lumber brings you a house. So if they bring me a house, they've got to have flashing, right? That's my story. I want to have the job where all I have to do is ride a forklift all day. Like, there's all these guys, they stop saying, you need help, and we're like, no, we got it, but I want to be the guy that drives the forklift. Like, it looks so much fun. I just realized I have to get all the water out from underneath the house tomorrow. Wow. That just doesn't seem like it's going to be a good day, does it? Oh well. So right now, I'm psyching myself up. I'm like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. I don't want to do this. I've got to do this. I have no choice. I'm down in the basement. I'll show you my setup. So I have a bucket for water, which I don't think I'm going to need very much of. I'm looking down here. And I'm just gonna say, I'm really glad I came down here when I cleaned it out, taking buckets of water. And I probably have maybe 3 right now. Because if you'll remember, Roger actually had made sure the framers came and put the floor down. And by doing that, a lot of the water naturally went off on the sides of the house. So I don't have that much work to do. So I found a little area back in the corner where a whole bunch of water is under the house. So I'm just suctioning it. I actually put the black plastic down and I've got the pump angled on the black plastic at a tilt. So as I pump, the water runs straight into the black plastic and it pumps straight into the bucket. And then I'll take the bucket over to the drain that is over there and pump it down the drain, and it will go straight out into the garden. I wish I had 3 hands for you, but it is working perfectly well. The water that I pump up here goes straight into there. Just a few essential tools at the drying out phase. Those are just things we've had around, so we spent no money on that part. However, we did have to buy a shovel because we didn't get our water line hooked up yet. The mister is digging a trench so that the water will stop going underneath of the house. Look at that.
And all the water that was in that area has pretty much drained off.
So we've placed the fans strategically throughout the house. We move them every day to once to twice, maybe 3 times a day. This one here is drying behind the tubs because they put the tubs in the enclosures. They put them in when everything was sopping wet. So before they come in to sheetrock it, I just have dedicated fan that is blowing down at the ground level and all the way up to get that all dried out. We are intentionally not putting them in front of windows or where the fans would get wet, but we also are taking our time and drying the areas where the wind and the rain don't come through the windows, because we don't have windows yet. But we have very wet seams where the OSB meets, so we're just intentionally focusing the fans right into those spots to dry out the wet areas. I'm putting my hands in the pipe pockets.
Can I put my hands in your pockets too?
No, my pockets are not big enough for both of our hands. Welcome to week 23. It's week 23.
23. I have one question for you.
Yes.
I still need an answer for.
What?
How do you dry off in the shower? She sent me a text. I've been outside all day and I'm going in to take a shower to dry off. To dry off. Those were her words. And I said, how does one dry off in the shower? I need an answer.
I was dripping wet, literally. I was out in the rain. When I got inside, I literally took my soaking wet clothes, put them in the washing machine to clean them, and got into the shower to dry off. It makes sense.
Our shower is now a dry shower.
Yes, it's a dryer. Anyways, moving on. Roger came on Thursday.
And what did Roger tell us?
Roger told us a lot.
What?
Yes, he gave us a list of things that we needed to get. We needed to get flashing for our deck. He tested our plumbing, and he checked the permits, and we passed the rough-in plumbing. So he released the plug for the plumb. Yeah, there was a plug that was keeping the water from going down the septic to make sure that the building inspector could come out and he could make sure that the pipes held water. So that's why our bathtubs were full of water. And he released all of that, and then he released the bathtubs, so we have no more waterage in the house.
Well, that's good.
Except for the wet floors. And then he told us, informed us on fans and the heaters that we'll need, and not to use propane heaters, and to get flashing and what kind of flashing we'll need, and to let us know what the next phase is going to be. And apparently he's going to be leaving us soon and turning us over to the next guy.
So if we've had the pre-construction manager, and now we've got the construction manager, is this the post-construction manager?
I think it's the finishing. The
finished construction.
Yeah, I think he's like, yeah. We'll have to talk about him when it gets closer to it.
Yeah.
But so we've got that. And he said that it should take about 2 weeks to dry out the house. He rough estimates. What do you think so far of the process, of the progress that we're making?
I'm impressed every day when I come home from work.
Yeah, because every day you come home, there's something different. It's nice working on the property because you learn the little idiosyncrasies that you wouldn't normally learn if you weren't here every day.
Yep.
So, what do you think is going to be happening for week 24? I know.
You know.
I know. I want to see if you know.
Well, I'm trying to remember where we're at. There's a lot of breezes in here. I'm hoping there's going to be some windows.
That should be Tuesday, weather permitting.
Okay. And with the windows generally, I would think the doors.
I'm hoping that's Tuesday also, weather permitting.
Okay. And then thinking we're going to want some electrical in here.
That should be Wednesday, weather permitting.
Trying to remember my list here. Next, I think, sighting?
That should be Friday, weather permitting.
Okay.
By weather permitting, I mean the roads are available for them to get to us.
Breeze, yep.
Say goodbye to your lovely fans.
If I open my mouth, it might come out. Goodbye, lovely fans.
Hit the like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We release these Hiline videos every Wednesday. We'd love to have you follow along on this journey. We are sitting in the, I saw that. We are sitting in the staircase of the upper floor.
Underneath the open window where the rain comes
Underneath the open window where there is rain coming in, and the fans have created a cyclone in this house, and it is freezing.
Yeah, it's cold.
So we're going inside. Are you barbecuing me hamburgers tonight?
Yeah.
Bacon cheeseburgers for dinner tonight. Yep, that's what's for dinner. Bye, you guys. Have a great time. Comment below if you have any questions or if you have any tips for us. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
This is nice to know. The studio has piping that goes all the way up the walls. You know, there's a part of me that's looking at all of this, thinking to myself, I am so lucky I've never punctured a pipe when I hung a picture. The stairs are squishy. It's really hard to show you stuff from a roof. Week 19, Wednesday. No, wait a second. Week 23, Wednesday. I know, farmers, you're mad at me. We're just gonna have to deal with it, okay? It's not all about the cows. I can't believe I just said that. I'll probably have to edit that out. Yes, I'll have to edit that out. That is noisy. And that green plastic behind me is freaking me out because I think somebody's standing there watching me. I could totally disappear in here and nobody would find me, right? I could like come and hide. I could literally put a lounge chair down here. Wow, wouldn't that be cool? Like a lounge chair. When you have a house full of company, you just need a few minutes alone. You could disappear into the closet because the crawl space is in the closet. I could just disappear into the closet and then I could just be like poof down here, all nice and cozy with a blanket. I should have them put an electrical outlet down here. I wonder how much the electrician would charge if I asked him to put an electrical outlet down in the basement. Actually, that's not a bad idea, right? An electrical outlet.
I think it's coffee time.
And it was nonstop. Do
Do it again.
No,
Do it again.
no,
Please.
no.
Please.
They don't want to see me do that.
Pass through.
Right again.
Pass through. And again. I want your attention. I want your attention.